Good morning, boys and girls of the internet. Today is May 20th, 2018. This will be vlog number 139. And, yep, once again, welcome to more God of War footage, because I don't really feel like being on camera this morning. So it's going to be a quick vlog. Just kind of some quick thoughts. So, enjoy the footage. Have you ever seen the movie THX 1138? That's the George Lucas film. That's like his first film he ever made, back in like 1971. It's about like a dystopian future where pretty much all of mankind are kind of emotionless zombies type of thing. Anyway, I'd never seen the movie before, and it was on a couple weeks ago, and I happened to just record it because I knew it was on. I was like, you know what? I've never seen this movie. One of these days I'm going to watch it, just for the hell of it. And so, I recorded on the DirecTV DVR. And so I just finished watching it not too long ago. I always knew it was a strange movie, like in terms of kind of how it's structured. It's not like a typical movie where like there's certain clear plots or there's exposition. You don't know really who's the antagonist. There's obviously a protagonist. That's the THX 1138. That's an actual character name. Almost everybody in this movie, all the people in this movie have like a number, a couple. They're it is definitely a strange movie. After seeing it, you can kind of together how this world is kind of structured. It's a few, society. It could be Earth, could be our future, but then again, it might not be. It's hard to really say. It doesn't really give you any of it. But they're obviously, the people they're human, but they've had like their humanity kind of stripped away. They're raised from birth kind of like zombies. And they're on like a drug regimen to kind of control them. And basically the plot is like, the main character, he's not really feeling good at what he's doing. He works at basically a factory that kind of puts together police robots. That's the other like kind of thing you see in this movie is like there's police robots, and it's funny, like all the police robots in this movie, they're all very polite and unassuming. They're they always like try to calm people down and stuff, and it's definitely different from how some cops or even RoboCops might act. But yeah, like he the character, he feels kind of strange, and he has a mate. I guess they give people like wives or husbands, and he kind of like there's like a confessional system in this, and you can kind of tell that's part of the control. And he kind of tells them that like I'm not feeling very well. I feel kind of odd. My mate, she's acting a little strange, blah blah blah, and throughout the course of the movie, it's aside from like the weird, kind of going back and forth between like showing the characters and showing kind of the control system in place. That's what you kind of assume what it is. You see like other people that watching on monitors, kind of what's going on. So like pretty much everything is watched in this movie. Like everything, all your actions are taken. They watch what drugs you're taking, to make sure you're taking enough drugs or not overdosing on them. All these control drugs, I should say. So you kind of come to find out that this guy's mate, she probably stopped taking her controlling drugs, and she kind of I'm guessing she kind of got him to not to stop taking them too. Like, either that or gave him, like a placebo maybe, and so he starts feeling a little bit different. Like, and you can kind of tell that, yeah, they're all kind of confused because they don't know anything of their outside, environment, but they know they have to escape. And I guess so, because the main character he eventually loves his mate. They don't directly say it in the movie, but you can kind of say, like, well, because of these changes he's getting emotions, we're gonna have to like capture him, for control. But I remember looking up some like the old movie posters for this movie, and one of the taglines is, where love is the ultimate crime. So I guess he eventually reconciles that he loves his mate, but it's a crime to do that. So it's pretty deep, pretty interesting. I do wonder. I mean, I'm pretty sure they probably did it because George Lucas likes to mess with everything that he used to make. This version that I watched, it looked like they added some a little bit more modern special effects to it, because it doesn't look like this movie was 100% 1971. There were some things in it that it's like, wait a minute, that looks a little bit too clean, too nice, too modern. So makes me wonder. Especially there's this part where there was like a car chase scene. This guy, he steals a cop car. And the cop car, the car designs in the movie are pretty cool. They look like old F1 racers from the 60s. They look pretty cool. But in this chase scene, yeah, there's some parts in it that looked way too, well, straight up almost computer graphics. I was like, that doesn't. I have to look to see the making of it and see if the original really looked like this, or if they added it, to this movie recently. But yeah, there's so many strange scenes in this movie. The direction of it, it's so not very movie-like. It's not like a typical movie. Like I said, they don't give you exposition. They don't do much explaining to you. But it's obviously these people are in their world. Why would they explain things to you as the audience? They know their world. You're just supposed to kind of get what's going on from their actions and the environments and kind of what's going on. And so I don't know what to feel about this movie. It's very odd. That's the only thing really can describe it. I'm sure many people have done many kind of discussions about this movie, or even some dissertations maybe, because it's kind of deep, when you want to think about it, because it's very much about a government system controlling the people. And apparently when George Lucas made this, he kind of put some references in it to the political going-ons of the time. There's a lot of things going on with, like, Watergate and stuff, as around that time. And so you can kind of see that part kind of going on. And so it's kind of relevant to today. We try to think that, we have free speech going on. We have the freedom of speech, but at some level, there are things being censored and things being controlled. One key example is our wonderful, great, Cheeto president. He's constantly, since day one, even before day one, has been calling our free press system fake news. Except for Fox News. They're not fake. He never would, call them fake news. But everybody else who's not on the conservative side, they're all fake. So, and most people would probably, you would think, say, well, that's just Trump. But you say false things, or you say something crazy often enough, people are starting to believe you. So there are people out there who, normal everyday people, rational people you would think, who really say that. Fake news. This news is fake. You can't trust liberal news. You can't, there's people out there that even say, like, fact-checking sites like factcheck.org, Snopes, these independent sources who have really nothing to gain by lying, who even cite sources, who do the research. If you really look into it, people look at the sites and go, those are nothing but, liberal sites, and you can't trust them. So, like, to these people, like, what can you trust? Just your conservative side? So there's a level of weird control going on where people are actually falling in line, and kind of course, with everything, they take sides. So that's just something you have to really watch out for, something you really have to be aware of. That's all I will say for today. Don't let our world become like THX 1138. Be more vigilant. I can't say this word this morning. Be more vigilant. Be aware of censorship. Be aware of people trying to take away your free speech, your freedom of expression, your emotional ties, and hold on tight to those things, because those are what makes us human. That makes us a society, a civil society, that can take control of our own lives. Because if they take away that type of control from us, that freedom, they have the control. That's all I'll leave you with today. So, everybody have a good day. I will talk to y'all later. And I love you.